Thanks for joining me. Oh man, what can I say? Saturday, the 5th of October 2024, it finished at the G-Tech Stadium. Brentford 5, Wolves 3. Oh no. Oh no. So that's one win in 19 games. And Brentford, they keep scoring in the first minute, and it happened again. It had to be Nathan Collins, didn't it? He was playing like a man who was trying to make a point to us because he'd only been with us one season when we sold him. I went to Molineux in January, I think it was, the FA Cup, the third round replay, and Nathan Collins scored again. And it's ironic because last season, when we won there, I think it was about 4-2, 4-1 or 4-2, that it was Nathan Collins' calamitous defending that cost them the goals that contributed heavily to our win. We just need a clean sheet, but it's happened again for the second time this season against a London team. We've conceded 4 goals in one half of a Premiership game. You can't do that and hope to survive. That is a ridiculous stat. And even though possession-wise in the first half, it was 48.8% to them to 51.2, and 9 shots on target to them, 9 shots to 8 to them, 6 shots on target to 3 for us, and off target 1 for them and 3 to us. So that's now 7 games, and we've let in 21 goals. So that's an average of 3 goals a game. That's just unacceptable at any level. 7 games, 21 goals, averaging 3 a game. But having said that, we've gone away from home and we've scored 3, and yet come away empty-handed. Ain't Nori, he's now scored 2 in 2 consecutive games. Cunha, he's a top scorer with 3 goals for what that's worth, and Strand Larson, he's got 2. But you know, was it a great opportunity? I can't really say it was a must-win, because when you're going away in the Premiership, there's no must-win games for teams like Wolves. If you're Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal, that's one thing, but you ain't got a right to go away in the Premier and expect to win. It was definitely a must-not-lose game. And now the board have got a decision to make. What will they do? Like everybody knows, the Einstein definition of insanity. They're doing the same things and expecting the same results. So are we going to keep doing the same things and expecting the same results? Remember, it's not just the terrible start, the first 7 games, losing 6 and avoiding defeat just the once, but it's how we finished the last 3 months of last season. I remember going to Molineux, every home game we were losing except for one. We won a couple of games in the cup, Brentford in the cup, and who was it? We beat Brighton in the cup. But apart from the game against Luton, who themselves are relegated, we were losing every week, and it continues. We didn't carry any momentum coming into this season, and we've just carried on in the same vein as we ended last season. We were caught napping again in the first half, in the first minute, napping, and 1-0 down. Nathan Collins, simple goal, unmarked. It could have been 2-0, but there was a point-blank save by Johnson, another header, and with it was an eventful first 5 minutes because Mateus Cunha, he got an equaliser. It was a good run by Forbes, good ball to Semedo, who squared it in for an assist to Cunha, who finished. And again, there was 17 minutes. There was a penalty to them. Last week it was Semedo. I thought to myself, why did he do that? And again, I was thinking the same thing today, but except for it was Lamina today. Why did he do it? It needed VAR, but he gave Collins the opportunity to go down. But Yeah, Collins again. He contributed to that. He gained the penalty, and Boomer put it away. He sent our keeper the wrong way, and the 21st minute, Andre had a long shot, a long distance effort. That's one thing we were glad we did today, because Lamina had one later on, and what we didn't do last week against Liverpool, because we were overplaying it, and when we could have took long shots, but today we did, to our credit, have a couple of long distance efforts, and Totti had one as well on 25, and again after they'd gone ahead, it was a good worked, a good finish by Strand Larsen, because it was a good run by Ait Nouri. It was a innocuous looking cross, but Strand Larsen picked Ethan Pinnock to the ball, and he did well to somehow flick the ball, steer it into the corner for a well finished equaliser. And we didn't tighten up after that at all, because they had another header, a point blank. I think it might have been Pinnock, where Sam Johnston saved it with his foot, and then 27 minutes they scored. It was sadly Lamina. He didn't have a very good first half, because his pass was intercepted towards the end of the edge of our penalty area on the left hand side. They intercepted it, worked it into our box, and their forward, he had a easy finish, because he had nobody who challenged him. He had too much space in the opposite penalty area. That shouldn't happen in the first half. I saw a stat that they had about 30 touches inside our box in the first half, and we had about 18 in theirs. But and that wasn't it, because again there was they scored again just before half time. Ethan Pinnock, another unmarked header. Strand Larsen was on him. It was a bit wide, but he finished it well. But disappointing marking again. I have to say that so many times. The marking was very disappointing. And in the second half, they just sat back. It's not that you can't say that we played better, because we had a lot more possession, but they pulled every man behind the ball, and we weren't good enough to break them down. Johnston, in fact, they looked more likely to score on the break than we did, because we didn't really carve them open. And Sam Johnson had a couple of one-on-one saves as we were pushing to get back into the game. And it was good to see Guedes come on, and he had a decent volley on 79. And there was Dawson had a header at 87, and they missed an open goal, and not far from the end, but right near the end, 89 minutes, Fabio Carvalho had a tap in to make it 5-2, and our defence was again carved wide open. Johnston had no cover. You couldn't really blame him for any of the goals today, and if it wasn't for his performance, it could have been worse. Ait Nouri got a consolation to make it 5-3. He's got now 2 goals in 2 games after his goal against Liverpool. But we can't wallpaper over the cracks. We played 4-4-2 today, but again, regardless of the formation, we gave their players too much time and space to help themselves. Whether it's 5-3-2, 4-4-2, if you defend like that, you're going to lose. Now, the board, the Wolves, the powers that be, they gave Gary O'Neill last week the dreaded vote of confidence. What do? Are they going to stick with this? Because the only good thing, again, is that we're not cut adrift at the bottom. I think there's about 5 teams that are still to register a win. And if we'd have won today, we would have moved at quite a few places. But it's the international break now. And then the first game back is against Man City. And then we've got Brighton away, so it's not getting any easier. And then we've got a string of winnable matches. But what will they do? What will the Wolves board do? They're going to keep doing the same. And because the fixtures coming up after the Man City and Brighton are not on paper as tough, or are they gonna pull the trap door? So Gary O'Neill's going to go through it. Let me know what you think. But another disappointing result. Wolves lost 5-2, and it's not looking good. Thanks for joining me. Bye.